Hello, I am Dr. Charu Malhotra, Junior Assistant, Department of Emergency Medicine, AIIMS, New Delhi. I will be presenting on behalf of my team a quality improvement project as a video poster for the BMJ conference. Our project is titled Reducing Door to Antibiotic Time in Sepsis Patients and Increasing Blood Culture Rates Prior to Antibiotic Administration. This project is presented under the category Work in Progress. This project is based on the point of care model for quality improvement in health facility, which includes 4 steps, which are identifying the problem, forming a team, writing an aim statement. Step 2 is analyzing the problem and measuring the quality of care. Step 3 is developing and testing changes. Step 4 is sustaining those changes. As a background, sepsis remains the most common emergency presenting to our department. We found that there was significant delay in implementing sepsis bundle for patients presenting with suspected sepsis to our department. So therefore, our aim was to increase the proportion of suspected sepsis patient who receive antibiotic within 1 hour after arrival to the department, and also to increase the collection of blood cultures prior to antibiotic administration for sepsis patients. For this, a dedicated quality improvement team was formed in August 2019. All patients with suspected sepsis were included. Those presenting with other life-threatening emergencies like myocardial infarction, stroke, seizure or anaphylactic shock, or cardiac arrest were excluded. A process flow chart was made. A patient with suspected sepsis comes to AIIMS emergency. Then the patient is directed to screening area for triage, where the patient is assessed by a resident and nursing officer. A sepsis screen is employed here. The patient then presents to new emergency, where the patient is seen by a junior resident who draws blood culture and prescribes antibiotics. Antibiotics are then administered by the nursing officer. The steps missed here were sepsis screening, drawing blood cultures, and there was a delay in prescribing antibiotics found. After a fishbone analysis, we found that lack of recognition of sepsis patient and inadequate blood culture bottles were the most important factor causing delay in care of sepsis patients. Change ideas were tested after brainstorming with our team. The first PDSA was to implement the new score for identifying sepsis patient. However, we found that the new score was cumbersome and was difficult to implement by the screening staff, and hence it was rejected. The second PDSA was to carry out an on-site awareness and training program for the screening staff regarding the sepsis bundle. The third and fourth PDSA included testing of a novel sepsis screen and highlighting sepsis patients. Our novel sepsis screen basically included all patients who present to the emergency with any compromise in airway, breathing, circulation or disability parameters, plus who had any sign of systemic infection. This was found easy to implement by the staff sitting in the screening area. So highlighting sepsis patient became our fourth PDSA on the case sheet before the patient was to be shifted to emergency. The sepsis screen was reorganized to make it easier to implement for the screening staff. Implementing a sepsis checklist that included all components of the surviving sepsis bundle was our sixth PDSA. Continuous teaching and training for the nursing staff and the residents was our seventh PDSA. We faced challenges like motivation of the team and constant change in the resident population inside the emergency department. In our results, we found no statistically significant difference between the median time of antibiotic administration in our pre-intervention and intervention phase. However, some change is expected in the post-intervention phase. Blood cultures prior to antibiotic administration came from 0% to a median of 40% in the intervention phase. We learned that to conduct a sustainable improvement, the quality improvement team needs to overcome both individual and system barriers. On-site training was the most effective tool in our quality improvement project. On behalf of my quality improvement team, I thank you all